It is all unbelievable to the youngest victim.
We don't even know the man.
Kinsley White talked to me while holding her grandfather's hand with sadness in her eyes, stitches from bullet fragments in her cheek, and a daunting question on her mind.
Why did you shoot my daddy and me? Why did you shoot a kid's dad?
Yes.
Kinsley's mother told me she was outside too and heard Robert Singletary say this.
Looked at my husband and my daughter and told them, I'm going to kill you.
Ashley Hildebrand said Singletary chased them while shooting. She said her husband, William White, tried to draw gunfire towards him and away from the children. He was shot in the back in his front yard.
See, they don't want to talk about this one. Ladies and gentlemen, this video is brought to you by Big George Foreman. From Affirm Films comes Big George Foreman, the miraculous story of a once and future heavyweight champion of the world, based on a true story of one of the greatest comebacks of all times and the transformational power of a second chance. Big George Foreman is starring Chris Davis and Academy Award winner Forrest Whitaker. Y'all know my boy Forrest Whitaker finna kill it in this film. Rated PG-13, may be inappropriate for children under 13. So parents, do your due diligence, man. If your kid is under 13, this may not be the movie for them. Only in theaters beginning April the 28th. And for tickets and showtimes, go to BigGeorgeForeman.movie. That's BigGeorgeForeman.movie to get the movie, get the theater times, and go see this miraculous movie, spectacular movie. And my favorite is Forrest Whitaker. So I have to go see Forrest Whitaker do his thing. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notification anytime I go live, make a video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Like this video. Comment on this, share this video. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen and ladies. The funny thing is, and it's not funny. I wouldn't even argue that this is comical whatsoever. But the funny thing is that they won't talk about this story right here. And I'm finna play it for you. They won't talk about this story because it doesn't fit the narrative. We all heard all around the world that the young dude, Ralph, was shot by a white man at the front door, apparently going to the wrong house. Now, we don't have none of the real details whatsoever. We don't have any of the details because nobody was there to tell us that. Was the kid knocking on the door? Was he just ringing the doorbell? Was he beating on the door? Was he beating on the door and screaming and yelling, thinking at his homeboy house and they were playing around? And that this older man, was he sleeping in bed when he started shooting? Did he get out the bed? Was he in the living room? Did he have a gun? Did he see who was behind the door? This was 10 o'clock at night. Was he spooked? Was he scared? We have no idea what happened. We just know that there was shots fired through a glass window at 10 o'clock at night, striking a young man. He recovers. Now, with that being said, raised $3 million for his fund, and he didn't die, thank God. And now we had another story, and I'm going to put this one up here because this is the one I want to tell you about. We had the other story where the white man shot the white girl in the driveway. No coverage, no nothing. She raised like $90,000 GoFundMe. Now here's another story. And nobody can say, well, it's different. But we have the details of what happened. We have eyewitness testimony of multiple witnesses. We have shell cases. We have an investigation. We have a kid that was shot. We have a father who was shot. Mama got shot. Let me just play the story. And you tell me why CNN ain't playing this. Why nobody talking about this? I know Fox News will cover it because they cover these things. Why CNN and Don Lemon and them ain't gonna talk about this? Roll the clip.
Why did you shoot my daddy and me? Why did you shoot a kid's dad?
Police in Gaston County are looking for a man who they say shot this 6-year-old girl and 2 other people. That shooting happened nearly 24 hours ago in a neighborhood just south of Gastonia. Queen City News reporter Will Lewis is joining us live from the Gaston County Police Department. And Will, you heard some pretty emotional words from the girl and her mother today.
I sure did, Morgan. You know, 6-year-old Kinsley White was shot and the bullet lodged in her cheek. Now, her mother says she's thankful that her daughter is at home, but the child's father is still in the hospital listed in stable condition, and the family is waiting to see him.
Children playing basketball and on a swing set. A peaceful night quickly turned violent after neighbors say a basketball rolled into the yard where Robert Singletary was staying.
He just came back out with a gun. He started to shoot him.
And all of a sudden he just took off running across the yard and just bam, 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 shooting, trying to shoot the guy.
I heard the pow, 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 and I thought it was fireworks. Well, then I heard the pow, 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 and everybody started hollering, get in the house, get in the house, get in the house.
So we got witnesses. We got a plethora of witnesses that said that a ball rolled in a yard. Now, we don't know if there was an argument ensued or whatever the case may be, but the guy comes out running and gunning. Bow, 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 shooting everybody. He done shot 3 or 4 people at this point. Now, why is this not hitting the news? The girl was 6. She was 6. He shot multiple people. 6. Over a ball rolling in his yard. Okay.
Gaston County Police are looking.
Oh, I know why, because he's black. That's right. If you're black, none of this matters anyway. You can do whatever you want to do. They ain't never going to cover this. They're not going to say it was racially motivated, did they? Are they insinuating that this was racial motivation? Are they? Okay.
For 24-year-old Robert Singletary, Ashley Hildebrand had a bullet graze her elbow. Her 6-year-old daughter, Kinsley, was shot in the face and the bullet lodged in her cheek. William White, Ashley's husband, was shot in the family's front yard.
They got about right here, and he shot him in the back. And when he went to the ground, the guy continued to shoot.
Kinsley was released from the hospital early this morning, but has spoken with her father.
I just hope my daddy was okay. Is he okay? I love him and said he loved me too. He's okay.
Meanwhile, police are still looking for Singletary, and the neighborhood is on alert.
What we would tell them is just to be vigilant, keep their eyes open. If they see this individual or someone meeting that description, to call 911 immediately and let our officers come out and deal with that subject.
Ashley Hildebrand says she hasn't been able to sleep yet, and she may not until she sees her husband.
Now, somebody explain this to me. And I'm not trying to really make this a race thing, but I just want to put things in perspective. You know, you have the young boy gets shot in the front yard, knocking on somebody's door. We don't know if he was knocking hard. We don't know if he was beating on the door. But just say he just rang the doorbell, white man shot him. We don't have no evidence that it was race-related. I already made a video about Fox News, brought the boy grandson on, and he couldn't name a single thing that he did was racist, but they're trying to frame it as if he had a racial motivation. Now, this was a 16-year-old boy got shot, released from the hospital the same day. This man is running down the street shooting people. He's running down the street shooting the daddy, shooting the little girl. The girl got shot in the face. She's 6. Shot mama, shot the girl. He just out there acting crazy. And he on the run. He didn't turn himself in. He didn't do nothing. He's on the run. So somebody explain to me how this situation don't get as much coverage as the other. And I keep bringing these situations up in trios. You got the young boy Ralph that was shot. The man got arrested, so it seemed like he shouldn't have shot him, right? At least on the front or the face of it. But then you have 2 kids getting shot in the Chicago takeover nobody talks about. You have the mass shooting that happened in Alabama where 4 kids were murdered and 4 others were shot in critical condition still. 32 people were shot. They arrested 3 black kids in that situation. Nobody's talking about that one. The young white girl gets shot in her driveway by a white man, and they literally went to the wrong driveway getting ready to turn around. They get shot at. She get hit and killed, died at the scene or down the street. And then you have this situation right here, a girl gets shot in the face by a deranged black man. Not only does it not get coverage, they're not insinuating that it's racial motivation. It's crazy to me. Why would he just randomly start shooting people like that? No different than the white man randomly start shooting the black kid at the front door. If they can believe that's racially motivated, can't they believe this is racially motivated? And if they have no evidence there, they have no evidence here, then we should leave the race out of it, right? Okay. They got an agenda. Talk to you on the next one.